Hola, and bienvenue a...
Mike, we're not doing that this week.
Oh. Welcome to the Light Show. I'm Mike, he's Al, and here's everything going on the Keep It Light League, Week 4.
The week of the blowouts.
If you didn't win by 50 this week, you probably lost by it.
Well, let's get started. Our first matchup was a lover's quarrel between Accidental Rapists and Angels Farting Angels. With some major receiving points, Angels Farting Angels apprehended the Accidental Rapists 145 to 106. Kirsten had this to say.
I would like to add that my lifetime record against Kirsten going into this was 0-2. I was completely defeated. Winless, hopeless, discouraged. But this weekend, we made the trip to Ohio to visit her relatives, and I beat her. I beat her so bad, and I did it in front of everyone who cares about her. Let the record show that I beat my girlfriend in front of her entire family. Oh wait!
And in our next matchup, we had Team the Best Team take on I Fly Lighter Than O2. And surprise, surprise, Peyton Manning and Adrian Peterson led Team the Best Team to another decisive victory. Final score, 153 to 96. Kevin Teal stated, when things are kept light, you can't always win. Next week, I'll be working on keeping Angel's flatulence at a minimum. While Michaela had this to say, let's hope McFadden can pull through. Michaela, I speak for everyone in the league when I say, I hope he doesn't.
Foots and Cough and that this week faced off against Allosaurus.
Are you okay, buddy?
I'm fine. Just hate it when you guys fight. Foots and Cough and that put up some major points, but Allosaurus fought back. It really did. It's just one of those weeks. Foots and Cough and that wins 151 to 118.
Are you gonna be okay?
No, I'm not gonna be okay until you guys work it out.
It was just a match. No big deal.
I'm fine. Hafner's comments. Well, first, I wanted to congratulate Alvin for his loss. You do that, right? Congratulate the loser who lost. Is it me? Am I the reason you guys fight?
Well, it is your league, so yes. Yes, it is.
Hafner continued. Anyway, next week I'm just going to flat out rape Viscomi. And not like the gentle romantic type rape. Oh no. The terrible kind, where he gets pregnant.
Dave, I know you have a tough decision to make. But trust me when I tell you this. Hafner makes beautiful babies.
Beautiful babies.
On to our next matchup, Trayvon Martin vs. Caught Red Hernandez. After 3 disappointing weeks, Caught Red Hernandez piled on the points this week to earn their first Light League W. Caught Red Hernandez over Trayvon Martin, 154 to 92.
After his feeble performance, Trayvon Martin owner Josh Andry is doomed to wear the lead apron this week. And speaking of Mr. Andry, a few days ago, Brenda Pasenik, my mom, but more importantly, Light Show viewer, sent in this image claiming to have found Josh. Pretty convincing stuff. Now, we have a Josh Andry expert on hand to determine the validity of this photo, and it just so happens to be the Light Show's own Al Hronic. Al, what can you tell us about this photo?
Well, Mike, it's a pretty impressive photo, and to the untrained eye, it probably looks just like Josh Andry. But unfortunately, this picture is indeed a fake. If you look closely, you'll see how Josh's hands are completely void of any alcohol or tobacco product. This is a dead giveaway. Also, his eyes give off the appearance that he's sharp and lucid, not at all like Josh, who is always either just vomited or is about to. Plus, there are a number of children in the background of this photo, which is a clear violation of his parole. Now, if you think you've seen Josh Andry anywhere, here's an authentic photograph for comparison.
That's the picture the Cranberry Eagle doesn't want you to see. Josh Watch 2013 continues.
In a matchup between worst and first, Cadillac Culp Seville ran over Reptiles unanimous, 166 to 100, earning Brian Culp this week's feather cap.
With Reptiles unanimous as the last remaining winless team, I decided to seek out some professional assistance in rectifying their lineup issues with the help of Crushline, a fantasy football phone service. I think.
You on the Crushline, y'all source for love and dating advice. This is Chelsea, what's on your mind?
Chelsea, I need your help. Full disclosure, I'm a bit of a player. Right now I got about 16 guys, but I'm trying to cut it down to 9.
Alright, well let's see what we can do with your skanky ass.
Okay, I got 2 good guys in Vince and Marquise, but it's like Vince is afraid to score. He's always got his hands on balls, but he doesn't go anywhere near the zone.
Sound like he got some performance anxiety. You just gotta be patient and let him go at his pace.
I can give him a week.
Then you might just want to drop his ass.
Noted. Now I got Tony and Brandon. Tony's a stud, but he's an older guy, and I feel like he's having a hard time putting up what I need, you know what I mean? Well, Brandon's been really big for me so far, but recently, he's had a hard time too. I need a consistent guy in this position.
You say Tony's an older guy?
Uh-huh.
And he done pretty well for himself?
Oh, definitely. He's incredibly accomplished.
Well, you can keep Tony around for later and just fuck with Brandon on the short term, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. Alright, now there's Joe and Aaron. I'm leaning towards Aaron because he averages around 8 and Joe's only averaging 6. The bad thing is, Aaron spends a lot of time in the pocket, so he takes a lot of sacks, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, well, if he averaging 8, he probably pretty popular. You might want to go with Joe if he's less likely to give it up to just anybody.
But Joe can be selfish. He likes to keep it all to himself and never lets Ray get a piece, which stinks because Ray's really good. Joe just won't give him touches.
Well, as long as somebody touching it, what you care? If Ray a real man, he gonna grab the damn thing and get it done.
Okay, well that leaves me with Maurice and Bilal. Bilal's young, and even though he's going hard right now, when the pressure's on, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it up.
Young guys always gotta prove something. They either start strong and lose it early, or they never have it long. But since he's doing you good right now, I say you hold on to him. He only gonna get better.
Thank you, Chelsea. You've been so much help.
No problem. Hey, before you go though, these 16 guys, they eat the ass?
Yeah?
That's what I thought. Ride that tongue, sugar bun.
Bye, Chelsea.
So Dave, I would consider making a few lineup changes, but with some players, you just have to ride that tongue.
And I know it can be tough going for that first win, but you just have to hang in there. I remember my first year playing fantasy. I didn't win until like week 12, and I don't even think my opponent set his lineup.
What are you talking about? Last year was your first year, and you won the first week in both leagues.
Al, I'm afraid I have to make a fantasy confession.
Fantasy Confessions.
Last year was not my first year playing fantasy football. In 2011, I played my office league, and I never told you. I remember we'd watch the games together and talk fantasy for hours, and you'd never knew why I was so interested. It was because I was hiding something. Something so dark and so shameful, but I couldn't continue without you knowing. I'm sorry, Al. Do you forgive me?
It took a lot of courage for you to admit that. It means a lot to this friendship. But there are just some things deeper than friendship. Like fantasy. All the while I thought you were keeping it light. In reality, you were the heaviest of them all. I can't do this with you anymore.
But Al, wait! Can't we...
Take my leave of you, sir!
Well, I guess that'll do it for us today. Remember to keep it light. There's still time.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. I guess I got